This week, my show is all about smoke. And what do I mean? Let's just say, for the third straight week, number one Syracuse smoked their two opponents, their first two Big East opponents. And again, Buffalo gets smoked in their season finale by New England. That's right. It's that time of year for the Syracuse Orange, entering their third consecutive week holding the number one spot. It was time to start the play that would separate the men from the boys. Big East play. First up in the Dome, our friends from a place called Orange in New Jersey. That's right, a revenge game against the Pirates of Seton Hall. But you know, it wasn't much of a game, and Syracuse, let's just say, smoked the Pirates after they smoked us in the Dome last year with their three-point shooting, 75-49. And boy, was that a coming-out party for one of our highly touted recruits or what? We'd been waiting a year and a half, although this year he showed glimpses. But finally, it's taken Big East play for Fab Mello to finally showed why he was one of the highly touted recruits. What a coming out party in the vein of this being the first show of the new year. Why, a real noisemaker would have done a better thing. But how about this? He sets a Syracuse record for blocked shots in a game with 10. He scores 12 points. He gets pretty much almost a triple-double the hard way. But boy, was it a coming-out party against Seton Hall for Mello. Plus also Dion Waiters and Howard Trish showing why they become such consistent players. And Waiters showing why he's progressing so terrifically for the Orange. And what about Chris Joseph there? I mean, he scored no points against Seton Hall, but he showed his scoring touch again in the next game, because the next game we traveled out to Chicago, to the Rosemont Horizon, to play the perennial bottom feeders of the Big East, when 30 years ago, when Ray Meyer coached them, they were one of the best basketball teams in the land. That's right. I'm talking about the Blue Demons of DePaul. They're not the Blue Devils, although we can say that about a Duke. But these Blue Demons were a little bit improved this year. But you know, they just didn't have the talent to match up with the Orange out there in the Rosemont Horizon, a.k.a. now the All-State Arena. A great 87-68 win by the Orange. And Joseph, as I said, after being shut out against Seton Hall, scores 22 points, getting his scoring touch and three-point touch back, and a nice alley-oop touch to boot. And Fab Mello showing again, blocking about 6 shots, hitting 12 points. Dion Waiters and C.J. Fair with their scoring touches. And they are showing why this Orange team is so talented and so deep. You know, Boeheim might just have a conundrum on his hands. Because look, you gotta give equal time to all this talent here. The thing is, one announcer made a great and valid point. There's no one superstar emerging on this team. They're all superstars. But I'm not going to play Andrew Lloyd Webber's Jesus Christ Superstar right now, am I? Because in their first two Big East contests, the Orange smoked their two opponents. And coming up, this is a big week, as the Orange will start their 4th consecutive week, holding the number 1 ranking. as first a team that Syracuse should hopefully smoke in their own building, the Providence Friars. But the big test comes this Saturday. I should say it's Wednesday we play the Friars. Saturday comes the big revenge game and the first big test for the Orange when Marquette comes into the Dome. And after what Marquette did to us last year in the NCAA tournament and also in the regular season, the Orange are gunning for Marquette. This team from the UP of Michigan better watch out. Syracuse is hungry to take Marquette to the cleaners, or as I should say, smoke 'em like a nice rack of baby back ribs. Personally, I prefer the latter. What a way for the Orange to open Big East play. And now a change. Well, my theme of this show is smoke. And that's exactly what happened to Buffalo in their season finale. For the 12th consecutive season, the Bills are also Rans in the NFL. And you know what? A way to close out this season was pretty fitting, wasn't it, Bills fans? We go up to a place that's been a house of horrors for the Bills, a place we've never won. We go up to Gillette Stadium, and you know what? That seems such an apropos name, because you know what? Ryan Fitzpatrick needs a shave and a haircut, mainly a shave. Because you know what? It looked right in the beginning like Buffalo was going to smoke New England. Boy, Buffalo came out like gangbusters there in the first quarter. First, Tashard scoring a touchdown on that run there to make it 7-0. But did Tashard have a choice? But then came the play that really irks me and irks all Buffalo fans. Even though it was a touchdown, Steve Johnson making a nice layout catch for the second score, but afterwards pulling another one of his childish stunts, lifting up his jersey. Happy New Year! Well, you know what? It's an apropos thing to say, because you know what? I'm hoping this is a Happy New Year. Hopefully it's a better year for me and my family and a better year for the USA as a whole. But you were warned against such things, Johnson. And you know what? You paid the price. Chan Gailey made do on what he said. If you did things like that again, he benched you. And the thing is, I truly respect a man of his word. Because Gailey didn't pull any punches. And as Lawrence of Arabia said, I take, or I should say, we take no prisoners. He benched you. And you know what? That may have been your last game as a Bill, Johnson. Because before I was hoping maybe that the Bills might resign you. But if you're going to continue such antics like that, bye-bye. Because you know what? It ill behooves the Buffalo Bills for somebody like you to show such a frivolous and flippant attitude like that. Although it didn't affect us right then, because we scored another touchdown thanks to a nice crossing pattern by C.J. Spiller, who I hope is better involved in the Bills' offense next season. Because given this chance, he showed some pretty good stuff. But then, when Johnson got benched, Buffalo went into hibernation. And boy, did they go into hibernation. New England scoring 49 unanswered points. And it's like I thought, you give Brady time, he's going to smoke you. And that's what he did. Touchdown passes to Aaron Hernandez. Plus also that beast of a tight end who's from suburban Buffalo. Buffalo had the chance to draft him, but they whiffed on Rob Gronkowski. That guy's a beast. Plus also, Fitz showing why he got smoked, throwing 4 interceptions. One that was returned for a touchdown. And speaking of smoke, Mr. Fitzpatrick, with that beard, is that what have you been doing? Because, you know, with that beard, that's a sign that maybe you smoke a little marijuana. Let's see now. What should I do on this pass? I know. I'll throw it to the other team. Oh yeah, come on guys, let's get off the field. Fitzpatrick, it's time you went to the barber and cut off your beard. You know what? Because we don't need someone like that. And you know, since you signed that contract extension, what have you been done? Smoking yourself pretty regularly. But boy, are you the answer at quarterback? I don't know. We now have the number 10 pick in the NFL draft that's coming up in a few months. And I'm thinking defense for the first pick. But you know, I hope Buddy Nix does something like consult the draft guide. Because you know, I think picking a quarterback in the second round might send a message to you. That you know, we sign an extension, now you gotta prove it. You know, quit smoking in the other way. Although I have to have evidence that you do, and I don't think you do, but you've been acting like it. And let's get going, Fitz. Show why you signed that contract extension. As you know, 12 consecutive years, no playoffs. And we got some serious chipping to do on defense. Get rid of our coordinator, who can't coordinate a fly in a bee house, and also get some free agent and draft help on defense. We need it. What a way to lose, 49-21, and give pretty boy Brady another notch in his cap, becoming the third person to throw for 5,000 yards in an NFL season. And New England is the number 1 seed in the AFC heading into the playoffs. Another disappointing year, but this is another beginning. Because you know, no Bills broadcast for the rest of the year. Instead, it's the return of my quick hits. Something I think a few of you fans have been waiting for. I'm Ken Haas, and that's it until next year, Bills fans. And that's it till next week, Orange fans. And be ready for the return of quick hits.